I'm here with Shaun and Tony. Guys, thank you for being with us tonight. Oh, you bet. Wanted to find out how it was working together, because I know, Tony, you come from a classical background, and Shaun, you're a rock and roller. So tell me how that meshed.
You want to start?
Yeah. Well, for me, it was, a huge learning experience. I've worked on some trailer music and stuff before, but I've never done a score ever. And so I brought in the rock and roll part, obviously, but being able to work with Tony, who was very patient, and very kind and explaining things to me and just helping me learn the process as we were going it was awesome. A lot of things that I never would have even thought of, and he was kind enough to show me the ropes, as it is, as it were.
Yeah, it was fun to work with Shaun. I knew that he's a guitarist that I never had. Being a pianist, we're always looking for guitars, we're always looking for basses. And when he came to me with this gig, I thought it was very interesting because the film looked good. The film looked real good. The story looked thought after. The humors were so straightforward that we didn't have to put much time to create that humor for him. It was done. I had almost never worked with such a different spectrum of musician in a score before, so it was a good collaboration for me. It helped me relearn some of my stuff because we had to help each other out. So
Fantastic. How did you guys spend a lot of time together, or was it kind of independent of each other and just came together when you needed to, put the music down on track?
We spent quite a bit of time together. We had booked a couple recording sessions where we just record Shaun playing. So it was a score that was not entirely MIDI. There were real players in there. There were some loud tracks in there. We spent a lot of time. I did a lot more of the post and mixing on my own late at night. When Jake had a fix. But generally, the whole scoring session, we were pretty much working together side by side.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And how was that for you? Having Tony from a classical background, So was there a lead, or did guys kind of just work on it together, and each one was the lead at different times?
Shaun had a couple ideas to start with.
Yeah, I came in with a few ideas because I knew the direction kind of that Jake wanted to go. I knew it was more of like a rock-themed kind of thing, but he really took over the driver's seat, and when we were actually in there in the studio, recording and mixing and everything. Like I said, it was a huge learning experience for me getting to watch him do his thing.
So Shaun's ideas originally helped sped up the process a lot. So right when he rolled in with his guitar theme, it was, I kind of just complimented him, and that made my job a lot easier because it was once you had an idea that the director liked, let's go forward with it, let's keep moving until he says no. So that part of Shaun really kind of helped kick off the project much smoother.
Shaun, let me ask you, what were some of the things that Tony introduced to you that you felt were new or thought fascinating?
Just as far as the timing, the way you spot out, individual cues and everything, and then just a lot of the special effects and just little tricks here and there things that you don't necessarily hear, but that you would feel, when you listen to the score. So a lot of those little things that, like I said, I never would have thought of before, and it was like, oh wow, and try this little thing here, and he showed me, and it's like, oh, it makes this huge difference, So a lot of that, man, and just the fact that the dude's an amazing musician. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
And how about you, Tony? What did Shaun help you to? You said refocus on again. Was that what?
Right. So Shaun comes from a band and songs background, and for a lot of musicians who do orchestrating for a living, we think too much. We have to stretch a 4-note idea into an 8-minute score, and we do that for a 2-hour film. It's hard sometimes for us to come back and just think simple and start with one thing and stick with it. We get so ADD with it, But
I'm
Shaun,
good at simple. So.
Yeah. But Shaun comes in, he knew what he wanted, and to tell you the truth, that helps us the most. When somebody comes in and say, this is what we wanted, this is what we're going for, then that really set the direction much clearer. And for us, that's because we can write a million things that just sound differently,
Absolutely. One more question for each of you. Same question. Was there something you wish would have made it into the film, or something that you wish would have taken out, Shaun?
Man,
You know, I got mine.
And yeah, you ask him first.
Tony.
Tony, you go first.
So I wrote this little Beethoven sonata sort of thing for Richthofen, the Nazi guy, the Nazi general, and it was supposed to. I really felt that was something that was natural to me. I felt that in the entire film, if I had to fight for one spot, it would be a 2-bar piano solo when he's walking to the weapon, while they're shooting Nazis up, you know, and that was something to me that was already in the director's view of the humor of the film, and I really wanted that to be in. But, you know, it worked out. You know, I'm okay. Maybe we'll revisit later and see what happens. You know.
I got what I wanted. My biggest thing was the Takeo's slow-mo fight scene where it just drops down to the heartbeat, and it's like the simplest part of the whole thing. But I really just wanted that, you know, that deep heartbeat to get that moment and then launch it into the big, you know, fast fight scene. So
Yeah.
I had to fight for that one a little bit with Jake, but we got it in there.
Well, the music was great. I mean, everything was fantastic. Guys, again, you know, thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it, and good luck with it all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you again, Gus, for coming out.
Appreciate it.